Joining us now for all the royal news is Andrew Eborn, UK barrister and broadcaster and president of Octopus TV. Andrew, it's wonderful to see you again.
It's wonderful to join you all the way from Cannes this week.
Enjoy Cannes. Now, it is, of course, time for all the royal news, and we saw all the photographs of Meghan Markle in Paris at Fashion Week, with her feet up in a limo. But it's been revealed that Meghan Markle actually invited herself to this Paris Fashion Week show earlier this month. Now, the Balenciaga designer has claimed that she reached out and she said she would love to come to the show. I mean, Andrew, reading this, it does not surprise me.
Oh, no, it's always a delight, isn't it? Paolo Piccioli is his name, the wonderful, amazing, alliterative designer. And basically, he revealed, well, she wasn't really invited. He sort of asked if she could come, and come she did. You might remember last week we were talking about that Zoolander moment where she's sort of trying to upstage everybody, that glorious Ben Stiller, still a rather sort of throwback still to what we did there. But there was also this outrage, if you like, where she's driving round Paris with her feet up and eating her French fries and so on and so forth. And Harry himself, he said he was a bit upset about the comparison that some people were making about her, basically for Diana, who obviously died in the Pont d'Alma tunnel. You might remember on the 31st of August 1997. And they say there was a big backlash about that. And Harry was basically saying it was a massive stretch. It was never her intention to do that. And she was nowhere near the tunnel. But certainly it does appear that she wasn't invited to Paris Fashion Week, but she did invite herself. And there she was.
Well, I'm sure it's not going to be the last time she'll be inviting herself to glamorous events. And then, of course, posting all about it.
Here.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
now, what's the latest here between Prince Harry and the royal family? Because, of course, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, there are reports now that they are working on a strategy or a peace deal, I suppose, with the royal family. Now, of course, they've been estranged from the firm for some time, but recently there's been this effort to forge a possible path to reconciliation. Is that going to happen? What's the latest here?
Well, I sincerely hope so. And as we predicted on this very show, Harry did meet with his father. I was delighted to see that. It was less than an hour. And Harry afterwards talked about these sort of dark forces leaking all sorts of stories about what gifts were given. And you might recall that he gave a photograph of his two children. Wasn't a picture of him and Meghan, but they worked on that sort of premise. But he's trying to build that bridge. He says his focus at the moment is his father, who, as we know, has cancer. So he wants to focus on him. In the meantime, all these sort of lip readers and body language experts are coming out and talking about how frosty the relationship is between Meghan and Princess Catherine. And they're looking at that sort of side. So it's quite extraordinary on that sort of basis. But I think Harry's trying to make the effort, certainly.
Well, there has been a bit of this analysis around when Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine's relationship became quite strained and when that became pretty clear. What do you make of it? Do we know when Princess Catherine kind of went into self-preservation mode?
Well, this is one of these sort of, they talk about these sort of body experts. They analyze every movement. Well, one of them, somebody called Judy James, the wonderful Judy James, she had a look at the sort of body language, and she was saying that this is what Princess Catherine was trying to do. She was sort of turning away in these particular moments, trying to sort of distance herself in that thing. And as you say, it was that sort of self-preservation mode. I don't want to be too close to Meghan Markle to endorse her in any way. But it seems to be frostier and frostier on that sort of basis. But I do think the media are sort of obviously making sure that that sort of rivalry continues, where Princess Catherine's getting some great publicity and Meghan Markle continues with her megalomania, as we say.